Does Overwatch 2 deserve the hate? Well,
the answer is yes and no.
this is a game whose launch has been marred by bugs, glitches, extreme server instability, massive queue times, DDoS attacks, a very questionable monetization system, a complete lack of marketing, a poorly thought out SMS protection system, and the horrific actions of its parent company Activision Blizzard, among other things. Needless to say, this launch has not gone according to plan, and right now Overwatch 2 sits at a 1.3 on Metacritic User Scores due to a variety of these factors. What makes this hurt the most is that, from what I've played so far, Overwatch 2 is a phenomenally enjoyable game, a game that I would argue plays even better than its predecessor so far. Here's my first impressions. By the way everyone, if you like this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It helps out a ton. First, let's talk about the game's good points. In Overwatch 2, gone are the days of double shield stacks that took forever and were simply unfun. Replacing it is a much faster paced and fun 5v5 format that actually encourages playing the game, shocker. 2-2-2 has been replaced with 1 tank, 2 DPS, and 2 support, while buffing the tanks that already exist. That means there are less shields on the battlefield and more direct fighting, as well as increasing the importance of the tank to the team. Many heroes and mechanics have been reworked to promote the faster gameplay style of Overwatch 2. Stunts in particular have been reduced to almost nothing. I personally really enjoy these changes as someone who prefers a faster style of gameplay in my shooters. Overwatch 2 is much more frenetic and fun than its predecessor for these reasons. Overwatch 2 also introduces 3 new heroes. First up is Sojourn, a DPS hero who kind of plays as if she was lifted straight from Apex Legends, featuring a slide that can be cancelled into a high-flying jump and a railgun that can absolutely demolish squishier enemies. Second is Junker Queen, a brawler tank armed with a shotgun, a knife, and an axe that can cause enemies to bleed and heal her. Finally is Kiriko, a support who uses Ofuda talismans to heal, as well as kunai for precision kills. These heroes are all extremely fun and excellent additions to the game. Additionally, there's a new game mode called Push. This is basically a game of tug of war where both teams are on attack, trying to get a robot to push the objective closer to their spawn. I found this game mode to be a very fun addition, although nobody on my teams really knew what they were doing since this mode is so new. I found the gameplay of this game to be significantly more fun and exciting than the first game. I played for about 3 hours straight in the middle of the night because I was just having so much fun. This is also a beautiful looking game. The graphics have been upgraded from Overwatch 1 and they look fantastic on my 4K TV with HDR. Additionally, the game ran incredibly well on my system and I never experienced any slowdown or hitching. I've also heard that this game plays excellently on Steam Deck, but I don't have one to test that just yet. However, this game is definitely not perfect. Let's talk about the bad points. The first issue is the lack of new content. This is a sequel in name only. This might have well have just been an update to the first game of how little it adds beyond the mechanical changes like 5v5. There are very few new maps and even fewer new modes. They changed the lighting on some of the older maps and that's about it. The new heroes are awesome, but they can't make up for what is clearly lacking in this game. Furthermore, this game is also blatantly unfinished. There's an entire PvE mode coming that is just missing from the launch release that we're supposed to be getting in 2023 that would have really helped this game's lack of content. Additionally, players have been running into many bugs and glitches that show that something must have gone horribly wrong during the development process for this game. I personally didn't experience any game-breaking issues during my playtime, but I would be remiss not to mention them. The final and most egregious issue with this game, the one that single-handedly has probably ruined this game's reputation forever, is the extremely predatory monetization. Seriously, why the hell did they think this was a good idea? While loot boxes were definitely not perfect at all, they were still better than this. Overwatch has gone the route of Fortnite and Apex Legends by introducing a battle pass. The problem with this battle pass is that I honestly find that it's not a very good value at all. It's a lot of okay emotes and decent skins, with the highlight of course being the mythic Cyber Demon Genji skin. However, there are also a ton of stupid voice lines and player icons that I honestly couldn't care less about. Whether or not this battle pass is worth it to you really depends on your own personal preference. It's only $10, so I guess it isn't too bad all things considered, but the biggest problem with it is that new heroes are going to be locked behind it in all seasons going forward. This is bad for two huge reasons. One is the fact that this is a team game. You need to be able to play every hero in order to learn how they work and how to counter them. Locking them behind a $10 paywall is going to cause problems in this regard. Furthermore is the issue of pay-to-win concerns. So far, the new heroes in Overwatch 2 aren't that overpowered. Junker Queen in particular kind of blows. But who's to say this won't change in the future? This would incentivize players to want to purchase the Battle Pass just to get the new heroes, which just feels incredibly predatory to me. Plus, you can't get credits with this Battle Pass like Apex, so you can't buy the next Battle Pass with credits or buy skins on your own accord. You have to shell out the cash unless you're willing to grind challenges for weeks and weeks and weeks just to get enough credits to buy a skin. And shell out indeed, because this game has insane prices for skins. $20 for an old Soldier 76 skin? What is Blizzard smoking, and where can I get some? What I really want to know is, what happened to the days of just unlocking skins in games? Seriously, can we get a time machine and just go back? What the hell, guys? I know part of my enjoyment of this game hinges on the fact that, well, it's Overwatch. I spent over 100 hours in the previous game and unlocked tons of skins and other items. I have a leg up over new players due to this previous experience and progression, but I know that the experience for said new players is not great at all. I love the core of this game, but everything surrounding it is a total mess. So, does Overwatch 2 truly deserve the hate? Me personally, I don't think so. I think this is an excellent game at its core. It just has some major problems with monetization and bugs. What does deserve the hate is Activision Blizzard and their business practices. They are the ones who are making the predatory monetization decisions and pretty much ruining everything they touch. They've also ruined Diablo 4 for me, so I'm pissed. I truly hope that the upcoming Microsoft acquisition goes somewhere and straightens this company out. They are the root of the problems that this game is going through, and I personally feel that they are doing the game industry an injustice. Thank you guys for watching all the way through to the end of this video. Like I said earlier, if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Stay wicked.